Let me start there. Let me show you how you can come back to find a link or a recording or a meeting date or anything that's critically important in the Slack channel. There is something called pins. Pins is important critical messages that you need to have there for a long period of time or a short period of time or whatever. Let me give you an example of a pin. By the way, I'm going to be pinning my old basic Slack video right here. I'll pin it right there. So you can come back, you hover over pins, and you click on it. Okay? Now let me demonstrate pinning. All right. So, is it not true, Megan? Is it not true that you sent an email reminder out tonight? Is that correct?
I did.
All right. Well, watch this. What if, Megan, what if you had gone to the Slack message and you had entered that same email in Slack, right?
Yep.
And then pinned it. Now I'm going to post that message. So look, there's the meeting invitation, right? Now, if you go to this message, to the little three dots, and say pin to channel, then hover over the pins, what do you see?
The message.
Did you really need email?
No, now
Probably not.
everybody knows how to get into Slack.
If the policy that Megan sets is the latest meeting will always be pinned in the channel, you never have to look for it. It's there.
Al, I didn't understand what you said. Hover over the three dots, over on the far right-hand side.
Yep.
Okay.
Or actually, click on the three dots, and you get a bunch of choices.
So the more action stop.
Yes.
What's that gonna? Is that how I make my pin last?
Yes.
I'm confused.
There's a choice to pin from channel, and if it's pinned, you can unpin it. Now here I'm unpinning because, after the meeting is finished,
yes.
This link no longer applies, right? So I would remove it. Now let me show it to you again, Fran, because you asked a question. I'm going to go to more actions.
Yep.
Pin to channel.
So only I could pin to my message to a channel, right?
Correct.
And I can unpin them. So if I were going to drop something in, I'm going to go up to pin, and then I pull it off of where on my.
The first step is to enter the message that must be retained. Okay. Right.
Okay.
First, you enter and like an invitation to a meeting right here. First, you enter the message and you post it. Then you go to more actions and click pin to channel.
So I don't go up to pin and hit that. I always go to the three dots. Okay.
No. The message comes first, and then if it's critical to hang around, you pin it.
Got it.
So, you should not really pin messages that are fleeting or that are transitory or that don't have a lot of importance. Really critical things like meeting. A meeting is a perfect thing to pin.
Got it.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Next meeting.
So we've begun to cover messages. We've begun to cover pins. I want to move from left to right. This is the channel that Megan and I have created for you guys, okay? There is a tab here called HYP, Healthy Yards Penfield Overview. I'm clicking on it. Now, Megan, explain to me what you've done here.
Well, you can actually change the photo up here. I just put some native plants. I put a few goals in here. Or
By the way, where'd the goals go? They're
yeah.
missing.
Oh, you know what? I think those were actions and they weren't goals.
Oh, okay. So you're going
So
to put the
actually,
goals in, right?
the goals, I don't know. Okay, so we can all work on that at some point.
Yeah, yep. But here's a bunch of the team members' names and role in your team. And then there's a couple other things down here. So, but the point is, this is almost, folks, this is almost like a web page describing what it is you're doing with this group. It's really excellent. It's really excellent. It's called a canvas. Megan has painted on the canvas. She's an art teacher. Okay. So she's created a canvas of what you're all about as a work group and a team of motivated people. Okay. How do you like that? What do you think? Is that pretty cool? That's sweet. That's nice. Okay. Now, let's get to the really, really, really key stuff that I want to show you tonight. The next tab over is called Healthy Yards Penfield Task List. And this is just amazing. Megan and I have worked on this for weeks. Okay. By the way, I'm going to have her share her screen before we leave, and she's going to post a new one so you can see how it actually works. Okay. But look at this. This is active tasks by category. The categories are native plant sale, pollinator pathway, shadow pines enhancements, education. That'd be classes. Okay. So we came up with categories. And how many of you have ever gone to a meeting, agreed to do something, and lost track of it? Now, be honest now.
Never.
How would you like it if you couldn't lose track of it? How would you like it if there was always one place to go to see what you need to do? How's that sound?
Sounds good, Al.
Well, Fran, you got it right here, right now. Okay? We are going to work on this, and I'm simply asking from all of you a commitment to use this amazing tool. This feature I'm showing you here, this is a project management, basic project management task list management feature. It did not exist in Slack 2 months ago. It's a new feature. You are the first that I know of to use it.
Al, can I ask you a question? So
Anytime. Go for it.
Go into Slack regularly, tend your garden is what you had said.
Yes.
So when I go into Slack, I want to go into Healthy Yards and I want to go over to the task list.
Yes.
That's my regular checkup, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, Megan is the project manager for your group. She is tending the garden by adding new tasks and prioritizing them. If you look at what we've got here, we have the name of the task. This is native plant sale. Potting native plants for plant sale. Check. The description of what must be done. Right here. The category. Look at the categories. There are 6 of them. So when you're entering a task that must be done by the group, whether it's you or Megan, ultimately all of you need to be so familiar that you can do this yourself. Would you agree, Megan?
Yeah. I'm still learning too, guys.
Yes. Okay. Then we have status. Well, have we started this? Is it in progress? Is it on hold? Is it completed? By the way, if you mark completed, it flips it to a completely different list called completed tasks by category. That's the work that's finished. Okay. So we're going to go back to active. Now, continuing from left to right. Priority. This is the brilliant thing. What we have set up here by establishing a priority and by establishing the next date we want to talk about this is creating a meeting agenda. When do we next want to discuss this? And what's the priority? So the priority 10s, 4/10/25, that's next meeting, correct?
Well, I do want to say we haven't discussed that yet. So I
Okay.
just threw in a date after, after our, actually our general meeting is supposed to be April 2nd, but Jill and I will be at the board meeting talking, and hopefully we'll get people to come to that. So we, as a leadership group, need to come up with some similar times that would work for us to kind of organize what we need to do to get all those other people that want to help at Shadow Pines or help with the plant sale. We need to organize all of that stuff. So
Right. Excellent. Okay.
that's this group.
Yep. So as we continue from left to right, priority is just that. How important is this task and when do we next have to deal with it? That someone has to this is tending the garden. I could not be talking to a better group of people about tending gardens. Tend your digital garden. Prune it. Water it.
I know it. Boy, this is going to be a challenge for us, but I know we can do this.
Now, who are the people in this task from within your group? Okay. Locate the people. What's the target completion date? This is just all basic stuff. When do we have to finish this by? Then, when did we actually complete it? Okay. That's it. This could not be simpler task management. I mean, it's like 7 or 8 different things you got to put in here and garden and tend your garden. That's it.
I have a question.
question.
Yes.
Go ahead, Megan.
Under task category, I mean, we have native plant sale, and then we have native plant sale here. Do we need, I wasn't quite sure. Isn't that kind of redundant?
Explain or re-ask your question. I'm not quite.
Well, this is one of our projects, the native plant sale. So we're going to raise some money to do whatever we need to do as far as Shadow Pines that the town doesn't do. But anyway, it's a native plant sale. So anything within this native plant sale is going to, the task category would be native plant sale, right?
Yes.
So why do we have that task category? If it's all going to be native plant sale.
It's not all. We're grouping it by category because we have pollinator pathway, shadow pine enhancements, and education.
I know, but within okay. So, I'm sorry, because when you go up to the tasks up here, the active tasks by category, that's how all of these are sorted. Is that what you're saying?
Notice it is grouped by task category.
Group by task category.
Now, that's just pure simple database management. I could even hide this field, but I don't want to hide it. Okay, we could even hide this field because it's up here.
Well, that's what I was asking. Well,
But what if you want to change? What if you want to
need-
change it right here? That's the key. That's the reason I'm not hiding it. It's not duplicated, Megan. Is that making sense? I want to hang till you are comfortable with this.
Okay, so it's this column that gets sorted. Is
Yeah,
that correct?
grouped.
Grouped.
And the sorting is by priority.
Okay. I still have I still have, all right. So it's the task category. This is the task category too, right? The native plant, the little title, the tab on the top of all of these things, correct?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
then why do we need a column that says task category if all of
Technically, we don't.
okay.
Okay? Technically, I could hide a field.
But you have to put that you have to have that there in order to group it
Yes.
or
You
oh,
have to answer the question, which category, in order to be able to group it. Now,
okay.
I think I just answered your question. I hid the field task category. So now it shows up in the tab. Does that make sense?
Yes, but now that it's hidden, if I put another task in there,
Well, we're gonna go do a task before we're done here.
okay,
So I'm gonna be unsharing and have you share, and then have you actually enter a task. Okay.
okay.
But so far, are there other questions? I realize this is a lot. Go ahead, Jill.
My screen looks totally different from that. Are you guys, is this like, because I don't know if everyone else's looks different, but my
Yes,
screen,
mine does as well.
okay.
Yeah.
Let me see if I could try to show, let's see, swap my
Well,
camera.
and let me stop sharing and you share your screen, please.
Well, I'm on my phone.
Oh,
Okay.
phone is,
Phone.
no, forget phone. You will
No, I'm
not
on
see
my
the
phone for
same.
the Zoom, but my computer, which is, I'm trying to show you my computer. I'm using my phone to video my computer. Do you see what I'm saying? Can you
You're
see
in the
how?
wrong list. Go to where it says all items, drop it down, and find find a different list. Find it where it says active items, please. You're in the wrong list.
So is that active tasks by
Yes.
category?
Yes. Then it will
Okay.
look identical.
Oh, yep,
Okay.
it does. It does. It does.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
How did I
So
do that? Okay.
the cool thing about what we're doing here is we can have a lot of different ways to view your tasks. Okay, so again, let me focus on that. We have active tasks by category, we have next meeting agenda, and we have completed tasks by category, and finally we have all items. The most valuable one for you to all be looking at is active tasks by category. At a meeting, Megan will bring up next meeting agenda, which is sorted to show the priority tasks that you need to talk about for that meeting. Okay, good so far? Questions? Okay, excellent questions, by the way. We're really clarifying a lot of stuff here. And Megan, I'm going to save do you want me to permanently hide the task category field in this view?
No.
So then I am going to not save the view. Okay. All right. Now, that is going to allow you to manage the things you need to do and never forget about them. Okay. When you come to a task, you may actually kind of hover over it and open it. And when you open it, just like a reply all email change, you can add a comment. Now we've got a message attached to a task. Think about it. Any of you can come in here, add a comment, read the comments, create a message thread within the task that retains everything you've done, upload documents, work. Every task is just like a message.
Can you show that again, Al, how you got
Yeah.
from...
Okay. So, Fran, I'm in the task list, potting native plants. As I
Yep.
hover over the name, you see this little open item.
No. Okay, I see it on yours. I'm looking for it on mine.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can't
yeah.
be on the phone. I
No,
cannot train you on the
I've got two
computer while
going.
you're
I've
watching
got,
on the phone. Any future sessions, you must be on your computers.
okay.
Forget the phone. The phone is to read messages and get notifications of important critical messages, not to do the work. I'm going to strongly recommend
I
that
am
in
on my
order to
computer to do the work.
do the work on your computer. Yes.
Right. I'm watching you on the phone and I'm working on my computer.
Okay, then on the computer, you should see what I just showed you.
Yep, I hit open tasks. Okay.
Open item.
Open item.
And then
Not started.
add comment. Got it?
No.
Okay. Do you see potting native
yes,
plants?
Yes, right up at the top. I'm sorry.
Yes, up at the top is add comment.
Yes.
That becomes a message thread, Fran, for this task.
And where do you see that when you put that in there? Like it just writes something.
All right. So right here.
Okay.
Here is where
Okay.
you
wouldn't
add
see.
a message for this task.
There we go.
And anybody can.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Anyone may contribute their message. Isn't this so much better than this? Come on. You're feeling it, right?
Oh, I'm feeling something.
Okay. I know this is not easy. We're going to continue to work at it until you're more comfortable. Now, that is the task list. There's more to come. You're not going to master this today. We're just not going to. This is really just your introduction to it. As we move farther across, there is something called Healthy Yards Penfield meeting summaries. Now, you don't need to worry too much about this. At the end of this meeting, Megan is going to receive from artificial intelligence in Zoom a meeting summary. I'm going to help her post the meeting summary right here so that all the meeting notes of every meeting you ever have sits right here. One place to go for everything. One place to go for everything. Next one over is Healthy Yards Penfield web links. Click on it. Now, key, critical, important, absolutely necessary hyperlinks, websites, Google Drive locations. Here's Healthy Yards Westchester. Critical links that you need to do your jobs are here. HYP web links, Healthy Yards Penfield web links. Now, I don't have time to show you how to actually create that. Bottom line, you add a bookmark. You paste in the website. You give it a name. Simple, simple, simple. Add bookmark. Paste in the link. Give it a name. That's it. Finally, any files that you upload, any files, any PDF files, any files that you upload into this channel end up in the files folder, and you can search. Okay, you can search for Penfield. And any of these files that have the word Penfield in them are sitting right here. So if you've uploaded files and you forget which message they were in, you can search for them. How does that sound?
Sounds
awesome. Okay. We're going to close here. Now, when Megan first started working with me on this channel, she created some lists, one of which was called Penfield pollinator pathway. Now we're going to actually take these and find a task, and I'm going to stop sharing. And basically, Megan is going to create a new task from one of these. Now, you've got a task here to email the town board supervisor. Is that already done?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, we don't need these tasks, but is either one of these something that can be massaged into a to-do, something to do, a task?
Yes.
Okay, which one?
Well, we need to send out an email so that we have people attending that meeting.
All right, Megan, put that in your head right now. I'm going to stop sharing.
Okay.
Go ahead and share. And remember what it is that you need to create a task for. And we're going to demonstrate this for the rest of your folks here, and then we are done.
Okay. I have to request from you to share.
I am going to make you a co-host. Oh, interesting. So I'm switching back to you. I can help you set up your Zoom a little bit to allow for this. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. You should be back now.
Okay.
All right. This is our last task for tonight, folks. Okay. Now, Megan, if you want to go to pollinator pathway and kind of indicate which one is going to become a task.
This one right here.
Okay. Great. Now, go back to HYP task list.
HYP task list.
Healthy Yards Penfield task list. Okay. And you're going to want, which category is it in?
That is the pollinator pathway.
Okay, go on down to that. Keep going down. At the bottom of pollinator pathways, you see add item. Now watch this, everybody. This is how you add a new task. Okay. Now, when you add item, one of the better ways to do it, if you kind of hover over that, you can say open up the item as you hover over it. Okay, what's that? Yeah.
Hover.
Yeah, sometimes you can actually pop it out so that it's no. So, so go ahead and type it. Go ahead and type it in. Type it in. Type in the item. Give it a name, and then maybe we can open it up.
Okay. Send email. Sorry, Al.
No problem. No. We're all learning.
Penfield, to Healthy Yards Penfield residents. Board meeting.
Excellent. Super. Okay. Now, if you start moving from left to right, what's the next field?
The next field
is a description, I think.
Yep, description.
Okay. Now notice the moment you put in the name of the task, now if you go back to where it says send email to HYP, hover over that and you can say open item. Now you can start filling it in.
Okay.
Down to what's the status?
Right.
Notice how she's doing this now, folks.
So in progress.
Excellent. What's the priority?
I'd say that's number 10.
High priority. Put in a description, a little bit more text than just the name of the task. We're going to go over about 5 minutes, folks.
Well, okay.
Yeah, you can make that short so we don't. You can come back and.
Board meeting. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, now, people, who's going to do this?
I'll probably do that.
Okay.
I have the email list.
Right. What is your target completion date, Megan?
Tonight.
Yay!
Next task meeting update.
Will it be discussed at a future meeting? If so, when?
Yeah, we probably won't. We will discuss the board meeting itself and what the outcome is.
Well, that's not necessary.
Right.
because that's a task that must be done tonight.
Right.
Okay. Now, the category, because you clicked add item in that category, it's already positioned. Am I right?
Yes. Yep.
If you were to change that, it would flow to a different group, correct?
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Excellent. Now, at the top right, you may click the X, and that task will automatically float to the very top. So if you scroll up on pollinator pathway, scroll up.
Yep.
What happened? It became number 2 in your important list of tasks to complete. It's a 10 out of 10.
Yep. Gotcha.
Now, folks, I'm done. How are you doing? What do you think? Come on, hit me. What do you think?
I thank you, Al. I think it's a lot of information, probably for first timers to kind of grab onto. I know it was for me, but I think when we work through some of this, it might be easier, and maybe some of you can speak up also.
Let's go around before we go. And do you see the value of this? If so, how? Anybody want to speak up?
I'll speak up. I think the messaging will be great, especially when we don't necessarily all have each other's emails and things like that. Now this group has a way to, contact each other. And I like the task list. I see how it's like a little confusing at first, but once we get the hang of using that, I think that'd be a really easy way to kind of organize, who's doing what and kind of checking things off the list. It seems very just logical. Yeah, I like it.
I agree with Jill. I think the more we make use of it, I mean, the more you practice something, the easier it gets. So I think we just have to use it and it'll become second nature, maybe.
Anybody else want to weigh in on the value that you see in this tool?
I'm not talking because my dog's barking in the background.
Okay.
Come on. I'm muting. Sorry.
I agree. It seems I like it.